What's up, folks? Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. This is the state of emergency right here. The big OG has spoken.
We have a problem to solve. There are a few renegade young punks who went into one of my boys' garage and shot my unarmed nephew in his heart and killed him. These clowns have no principles. When an anybody can get it type of attitude. I wish I could go back to the Western days and put a wanted, dead or alive, $1 million reward on them. But that's illegal, so I won't do that. For all the real ones in every hood in H-Town, let's not wait on the police to solve every problem for us. We have legal rights that need to be exercised to protect. I have no respect for you niggas around the world that call yourselves gangsters, killing unarmed innocent people at nightclubs, homes, schools, malls, restaurants, churches, or wherever. This is weak shit, not gangster. Real niggas around the world, we need to come together to deal with these bad apples. I wish immediate karma to all that intentionally kill innocent people. Reap what you sow. By the way, this is not the Call of Duty war zone game. This is real life. Peace.
Good morning, everybody. I wanted to share this because, respect really goes a long.
All right. Now, what's up, folks? That's the OG J Prince out of Houston, Texas. CEO, Rap-A-Lot Records. Everybody call him the Godfather, I personally met the gentleman, and he's definitely a man of few words, and he's definitely he's the black hand, in more ways than one. As we've heard, somebody stepped out there and did some reckless shit and killed his nephew. Now, I agree with everything he said, but this is where the only thing I disagree with is I felt as though Jay Prince should have been stepped forward and put his hand on this violence that's been going on in our communities, not just in Houston, but also in Chicago, in Atlanta, in Baltimore, Texas. You understand what I'm saying? All of these cities across the country, because he has first-hand basis knowledge and soldiers in those cities. So I think he should have been put a stop to a lot of the things that's going on, because he has the power to be able to initiate a whole bunch of things to solve a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only squabbles I got with him. It wasn't done quick enough. But that's another story. But I agree with him cold-heartedly. It's time for us G's across the country, man, to step up and put a stop to all this bullshit that's going on, man. It's too many unwarranted killings that's going on. It's too many unnecessary killings going on. There's too many innocent victims being killed by these hooligans. You understand what I'm saying? These fake thugs, these wannabe G's, they out here shooting up everything except what they trying to shoot. So it's time for us gangsters, man, to step up, man, and holler at these young boys, man. But the problem is a lot of OGs step up to holler at these cats, but y'all ain't in no position to holler at these young shorties, so they ain't trying to hear what you talking about. When you step up to talk to these shorties, you can't be no nigga that's been in the hood hanging out with these cats on the block, just smoking a blunt with them, sitting out there drinking with them. You gotta be a OG that got some OG status and got something to tell these cats what they gonna be able to listen to you. You gotta be able to show these shorties something. You gotta be able to have something to validate what you're talking about. For instance, you have to have put in some work and had some background and got some stripes on your back, and then put in that work, whether that be did some time or not did no time, but you done maneuvered around in them streets, but then you done took it to another level, and you done upped your ante and upped your game, and you done legalized that game. You got to be able to show these shorties that, all right, now this is what I'm doing now. You got to show these shorties where they can still be able to make some money, man. You got to show these shorties now, all right, now I done put my hand in this construction business, shorty. Take that money that you done got out here on the block. Open your construction company up. You can open up your landscaping company. This brings X amount of dollars a month. This brings such and such amount of dollars per week. Show these shorties how you can do some painting. You understand what I mean? Home improvement. Show these shorties you can do some demolition work. Take that money and open up your hauling business. Show you gotta show these shorties that it's money still to be made with that money. If you just coming at them trying to poke your chest out and trying to gangster these little niggas, they ain't gonna listen to shit you gotta say. Cause if these little niggas got more in their pockets than what you got in your pockets, they ain't looking at you as no G, bro. So that's the problem a lot of us have. A lot of us OGs want to still come to the block and still sit up on a throne and try to be a gangster. And when you say gangster, you trying to be a thug. You still want to come up in the hood and still do thug nigga shit. That ain't what we talking about. You understand what I'm saying? We trying to show these kids, put these guns down, stop killing your own community, bro. Get your money. We ain't telling you not. We understand the conditions that we come from. That's not what we saying. We understand the conditions that some of us come from. But we trying to show these shorties another way without being killed in the process and without killing the brothers in the process. How to maneuver around the penitentiary and how to maneuver around the graveyard. That's my philosophy. And then if they jump off their square and study trying to lay shit down, then that's when you put the big hand on these little niggas, man. That's what we got to start addressing up in our communities, bro. It's time for us to start stepping up. It's time for the OGs, the real OGs, to step up and show these shorties what's really going on out here. Because there's some real OGs that's out here, man, that can put their work in, that ain't scared of these little cats that's running around out here. That these little shorties don't put fear in their heart, man. That they just elevated into another part of life, handling their business, handling family business. But man, we gotta make sure these kids can start back playing outside, man. We gotta make sure these old folks can start back walking to the stores and parking their cars in the neighborhoods, man. But we also gotta be able to talk to these young brothers in a respectable manner that they'll be able to understand and talk back to us in a respectable way also, bro. You can't go out there, man, trying to poke your chest out at these shorties as they'll knock your top back, bro. But at the same time, you can't tuck your nuts between your ass cheeks when you talk to these little niggas either. That's the problem. Too many old heads get the signals crossed when you talk to these shorties, man. When you come at them, you trying to come back and take your throne back. Move out the way, bro. It's their time. You got to respect the fact that it is their time. It's their time out here in these streets. It's their time in these organizations. You got to be able to step to the side and let them take these positions. But you got to be in a position to offer guidance to these brothers, man. That's what an OG supposed to do. The OG supposed to play the sideline and offer guidance to these brothers and show them where we made our mistakes at, and show them how to duck them potholes that we slammed our heads right straight up into, bro. That's what has to be done. And it's gonna be some hard-headed ones out here that's ready to go reckless. But it's some OGs out here that's willing to go to that other level also. But we also gotta extend that hand out to them first in a respectable manner. In a respectable manner. Remember that, brothers. But it's time for us city to city, man, for the G's, man, to really step up and stop playing these games out here with these kids, man. Because it's getting out of order. It's getting straight up out of order, man. And Jay Prince, man, I'm sending my condolences to you and your family. I met this brother personally. I met him personally, man. He tried to sign me and my brother to his label back in probably 94, 95 when I lived in California, man. He a straight up dude, man. He a straight up gangster. I met him in a club called the Pink Cadillac out in California, and I opened up for a couple of his artists, Papa LQ and CJ Mack, out in California at a club called the Pink Cadillac, and he heard us performing, and he left out of the club, no security or nothing. Walked right to our car with us, and man, popped my cassette tape in. There wasn't no CDs back then. Popped our cassette tape right in and listened through the whole album by himself, straight up with me and my brother, man. Because once he heard me holler Larry Hoover, he like, whoa, that caught his ear. And he was ready to do what it do and snatch me and my brother up. But unfortunately, the brothers we was signed to was trying to get them to snatch the whole label up, and he wanted them Chicago brothers. And you know what I mean? He ain't wanting to deal with the whole label, but I'm going to tell that story in another form later on, man. But he a straight up dude, man. He a man of very few words. He a man of specific words, and he a man that says what he means. So I'm riding with him on all the way out. You understand what I mean, man? I'm willing to go all the way to the end with that brother right there. Because if he say somebody stepped out of order, somebody must have stepped out of order. And best believe, whoever did this, they gonna get dealt with. Because the brothers that roll with him, they gonna roll with him to the end. So whoever out there that did that reckless shit, you gonna get skint down to the white meat for that one. I guarantee you that one, man. So man, just like you say, man, brothers all around the country, it's time for us OGs and us real gangsters, not these fake ass G niggas, these wannabe gangster niggas. It's time for us real G's to step up, man, and stop playing the sideline and stop playing the background, and do what needs to be done to take our community back and represent like we supposed to, man. This is Yak, Chi-Town's finest, man, representing for the real G's out here, bro. Let's get it. And I'm out.